The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather round the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Greg the Barbecue Broker DiGiorgio. Let's talk barbecue.
Let's talk barbecue.
Don't you ever interrupt me again. What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by the barbecue broker.
My dude. How the hell are you?
Ever get in my face that close again and not give me a kiss, we're going to have issues.
Love you.
What's up?
What's not up?
The temperature is finally
gorgeous
fantastic.
out there. New England day today.
Oh, 80, little hint
Just
over.
a hint of a breeze, too.
Perfect.
Slightly. Yeah, how's your week? Good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Busy.
Oh, yeah.
Busy so far.
Yeah.
No, I ain't passing out and shit, but...
We have to really go there.
Dude, it's low-hanging fruit. We've been breaking my stones over my knees for how long now? A year?
All right.
You face-planting in your neighbor's yard, and I can't say a word about it?
So I fainted and went to the ER this past week. I don't know what happened there. They say I was dehydrated, low potassium, and I don't know what the hell happened. I just got lightheaded and fell against a house and fell on the ground, and I think I didn't crack my head open like someone else I know.
See? It all comes back. So, yeah. So, me giving a little jab. All fair, brother.
No, but I'm feeling much better. They gave me some liquids and a potassium pill, and they said, get the hell out of here. There's a guy with his arm hanging off. I was like, all right.
Nice. See you later, boy.
Yeah.
But,
Mike C, what's up, Daddy?
What's up, Gray?
Yeah, Ryan, what's happening, Gray? Who else we got?
Kent, where are you, Kent? Is Kent even here?
Oh, yeah, he's there.
Kent, you're late.
No, he's not.
Kent's there. There he is.
Greg
What's
had
up,
too
dude?
many vitamins.
No, but it's been a friggin' slamming week. We've had 120 construction workers last week on site for the new Cambria Hotel in Somerville. We did a brewery pop-up on Sunday at Lobster Brewery in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. We got this Thursday's pop-up at the Elks, the 100 pre-solds. And then we have that women's tackle football game, the Renegades, Saturday, which apparently now went from 200 to 300 people, and we're the exclusive food vendor.
Whoa.
How you doing? Let's go.
Randy, what's up? Uncle Steve.
Oh, Uncle Stevie, what's up, my man? Oh, speaking of Uncle Steve.
Today's show is... Who's today brought to you by?
Oh, a couple different people. We have some new too. First, today's show is
You're
brought
actually
to you.
going to have to do work today.
Doing some work. Today's show brought to you by who else other than Uncle Steve Shake. Have you ever stopped to wonder why every time your neighbor lights up, people are lining up just to get into his yard, but when you light up, nobody's coming? The simple answer to that question is your neighbor's using Uncle Steve Shakes, so are we.
Don't shake my shake.
And you're apparently not, which means one thing. You better get you some right now. Uncle Steve Shake is handmade, uses only the finest ingredients, comes in now like 12 amazing flavors? 11. Smoke Bomb, the new Smoke Bomb, the new South Texas Red, and the newly named Pig Cow and Bird Shakes. If you could eat it, Uncle Steve has a shake for it. And if any shake questions, Uncle Steve has fantastic customer service. He'll walk you through all your shake needs, which is Uncle Steve, because he'll answer the phone when you call him. It's time to take your backyard game to that next level. Uncle Steve Shake. Shake some on everything. UncleSteveShake.com. Check him out. And this show also brought to you by...
Mike C. No, it's not brought to you by Mike C. But Mike C. Yes, he is. Two Guys Smoke Shop and Two Guys
Teleprompter's right there. Don't look at me. The teleprompter's right there.
Put your finger in here.
Go ahead.
Whether we are barbecuing or not, we always keep the smoke rolling thanks to our friends at TwoGuysCigars.com. Today we are smoking the Flor de la Reine.
What a professional
You said
you
that
are.
really-
that?
said
I
that
was
really-
my teleprompter wouldn't let me type it in. I'm
really
like, will he
said
get it?
I know what we're doing.
Really
You're so
said
good
that
at
well.
this.
I'll get on with it.
Thanks to our friends at TwoGuysCigars.com, we get to smoke some of the best cigars in the world, and so can you. Just visit 2guyscigars.com for your perfect barbecue companion. That's the number 2guyscigars.com.
And also, we have a new sponsor. Proud to welcome to the show Backline Smokers out of Austin, Texas. These guys are one of the premier pit builders in Central Texas.
Guys stuff.
What?
These guys.
I said this guy.
You said these guys.
Forget that last line.
Guys.
This guy
Get
is
your
the
shit
premier.
straight.
Shut your mouth and stop interrupting me. Look it. If you're looking for an unbelievable pit, Ryan Newland of Backline Smokers builds some of the most unbelievable one-off smokers and live fire contract. Are you trying to?
He was making live fire.
He builds some of the best custom offset smokers and live fire pits. He's got the multi-tool, which you can roast pigs on. You got a Santa Maria grill on there. I know our guest might want a multi-tool, so we'll have to hook him up with Ryan. But no two pits are the same when you order from Backline Smokers. Every dime laid on these smokers, every weld is touched and done by Ryan Newland. You just don't get that with a lot of the other pit builders out there. The possibilities are seriously endless with Backline. So check him out, Ryan Newland at Backline Smokers. And yours truly knows from experience because I own a 500-gallon from Ryan, and I absolutely love it. And by the way, putting some serious miles on that thing, yes? Am I not?
Oh, we all know you own one. You've told it once or twice.
I just want to remind you all, so now you know again. Anyway, check them out, guys. We're proud to have Ryan on board, and that's all I got.
Dutch, as soon as I get the funds. Billsy, what's up? Tommy Wilkinson. So that's it. Backline. Uncle
Backline.
Steve, 2 guys. We good.
We getting there.
We're getting there. Let's roll now.
Who do we have on the show today? Because I am super excited.
You're so excited. Please,
I
do
just-
the honors, my friend.
I've been following this dude for a long time on Instagram. It's been an inspiration to myself. His food is amazing. His video editing skills are just as good as his brisket, I think. We'll have to find out. But welcome to the show today, Adam McKenzie of This Jew Can Q and the author of the newly released book, Weekend Smoking on Your Traeger and Other Pellet Grills. Welcome, Adam. What's up, brother?
Thanks so much for having me. How's it going?
Dude, it's going, and we are excited to have you.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Glad to
man.
be-
Thanks for carving out time to be here. We know you're a busy dude. You're a full-time teacher, right? So you got the kids during the day. You guys back to in person yet or what?
Yeah, we've been in person pretty much most of the year.
Good. We're all messed up over here, so we do things backwards here in the Boston, New England area.
That's why I got the hell out. Sort of. I'm still in New England.
But you're out of Mass
Out of
Holeville.
Mass,
Yeah.
yeah.
But welcome to the show, brother. We're super stoked to have you.
So, Adam, like you said, we've been following you for quite a while, and
yeah.
you've got quite the following. So,
Mere 100,000 plus.
just a small 100K, not
Couple few.
no big deal.
It's a one and a couple
know.
zeros, K and be
So,
after it.
after that introduction, for anybody who might not know you, who is Adam McKenzie?
Mm-hmm.
How did your grilling and barbecue passion start? And what led to, your page, This Jew Can Q? And then after that, we'll get into what made you want to do one of these bad boys.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Yes, I mean, I remember growing up and my dad, cooking on an old Brinkman and just, with cooking, chicken and sausage. And I just really remember those flavors and just really wanting to reproduce that and cook that. And, and I never really got into grilling until much later on when my wife and I moved into our house. We got a Traeger, and then we just kind of went from there, kind of got rid of the propane grill, and then just kind of started experimenting with food, started, trying to cook ribs and trying to cook brisket, ruining a lot of good meat, obviously, along the process.
You have to. Yeah, you have to learn.
Was part of it. Those first steaks and stuff definitely did not turn out as delicious as some of the current ones do. And then kind of as a joke one day, my wife's like, I'm tired of seeing your pictures. You should start an Instagram page and call it This Jew Can Q. So I started an Instagram page, and I was having a little bit of success. It's fun to kind of see what people are cooking and stuff. And one day I posted a tri-tip video. I was around 500 followers, and I was like, it'd be cool if this video gets like 1,000 views. It'd be pretty cool, to see that. And it ended up getting like 25,000 views. And I was like, oh, well, people really like, watching steak being sliced. Maybe I'm onto something. So I decided to, kind of go with more videos, and Steak Slicing Saturday was born, and then just has rolled on from there, just trying to cook everything, cook on my grill 6 to 7 nights a week, and always expanding and trying new things. And it's just such an awesome community. That's what I just really love about Instagram. There's just so much inspiration out there. There's so many amazing cooks out there. There's just so much talent. It's just such a great pool of people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, dude, that 100%. I mean, it's the barbecue community as a whole is just amazing. And then you got the just different community that you have on like an Instagram versus Facebook. I mean, Instagram is today's branding platform, I think, for most businesses. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just to get your brand out there. And when did you start your Instagram page? I mean, you have 2013. Oh, you have over 2,000 followers.
200.
That's what I meant. 200,000. Sorry.
Quite a few. It's pretty crazy to think.
Dude,
about.
wow. When did you start this exactly? What year did you start this?
It was March of 2017.
Wow. And everyone said, and that was even after they say they changed the algorithms to make it harder to grow. Because I started this Instagram page back in 2012. I probably didn't post on it until like 2018. And you started in 17, and you've grown exponentially in less than 3 years, or 3 years or so.
Just got lucky, had a few big hits, and kind of got in on a golden wave with some other people, and
Yes.
kind of clicked, which is awesome.
Amazing. I think that's absolutely amazing. And you got a new logo going on there too. How long have you had that?
So when I had my Spiceology line, when I work with Spiceology, when my rubs came out, they made me a new logo, and so we did the pig. That's Albert Sweinstein. So you got to have the pig. Definitely. Being Jewish. I still get questions. They're like, "Don't you keep kosher?" It's like, no, I don't keep kosher.
Okay.
There we go.
I was going to ask you about that.
We
actually.
did. We had one from a question from. Or actually, it came in early this morning from Kent from Daddy Dutch Barbecue on the whole the pork thing, and if you had ever tried beef bacon, or ever heard of beef bacon.
I've tried beef bacon, and yeah, it's kind of almost disrespectful to real bacon. I'm not gonna lie.
You just can't beat real bacon.
No, you can't.
You can't.
My wife is like a turkey bacon buyer. I'm like, don't waste your money. Like, I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna have that real bacon. Turkey bacon's like rubber.
Buy turkey, and I'll put bacon on a turkey.
It's like rubber and tofu mixed together in thin slices.
So you actually you said something that we'll jump right into one of the questions. The Spiceology line. Mm-hmm. How did that come about with you?
That's exciting.
So when I started barbecuing, I was kind of making my own rubs and kind of tweaking them and kind of doing my own thing with them and trying to make different rubs for ribs and trying to make them a little sweeter, and then figuring out what I wanted with steak rubs. And then I realized there's so many good rub companies out there. Why waste my time when there's so much good stuff already out there on the market? It's fun and it's great, but why reinvent the wheel when it's already there? So Spiceology approached me with the idea to come out with my own rub line. And we kind of went through what kind of rubs I wanted. I wanted a really good rub for steak, so garlic junkie, and now coffee junkie.
Yes. And
then smoke junkie, which was double smoke. I just wanted something that gave pork a really great color, gives chicken a really good color, so when you're cooking that and it's cooking, it really stands out. And just has a really good barbecue flavor. And then brunch junkie is formerly spicy Bloody Mary. And that's just I just wanted something unique, something different that's not really out there too much, and just kind of makes you stop and go, what's that? And kind of gets you thinking differently with cooking. Definitely you can use it on ribs and fish and steak. I mean, you can use it on anything, and it's just fun. It's basically a Bloody Mary as a rub.
Now you're talking. Yeah.
It's music to my wife's ears.
I
because
love
she
Bloody Marys.
loves a good Bloody.
I love Bloody Marys.
C-Mac brought us a couple canned Bloodies over when we did the brisket and pulled pork comp last week, and it was just delicious at 6:30 in the morning. It's good. Some of that rub will go nice in there. Mm-hmm. Yum, yum.
Well, that's the best way to start. You can't drink all day unless you start in the morning.
Unbelievable. That's awesome.
Just saying.
So you live in Denver, is it?
Yep, live in Denver.
The Mile High City.
Yeah.
How does that affect your pellet grill when you smoke, or does it?
I mean, it does affect cooking a little bit just because, cooking at a mile high, basically, I mean, things are going to cook at different temps. You're not going to necessarily get pork shoulders and briskets to the same temp as you would at sea level.
Really? So explain that.
Cool.
Explain that a little bit. So okay, I'm in the Northeast or whatever. I don't know if it differs from where I am or other places, but you're taking it up to a certain degree. So how does it differ being in the Mile High Club?
Well, I mean, Denver's just awesome. So
No, but how do your cooking temps vary? Like being at that altitude.
Things are going to take a little bit longer.
Okay.
They're going to take a little bit longer. You're not going to get to that same temperature. Where there were some barbecue competitions here where, people were trying to get their pork shoulders to 204, and at certain altitudes in Colorado, you're just not going to get there. It's just
okay.
You're going to be spending all day trying to get to that. It's just going to be a few degrees lower. So, it definitely helps. You kind of go more by feel and kind of get used to that. You use the temperature to kind of gauge you there, but really helps you kind of dial in, how does that brisket feel? How do those ribs feel a little bit faster? Because that's really going to tell you when they're done.
Yeah.
That thin air really would affects things, apparently. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I never would have thought. I figured it had to affect it some way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, Adam, why the Traeger or a pellet line, for that matter, rather than the traditional stick burner or anything like that?
I mean, I've used pretty much them all. I had a Big Green Egg back in the day. I've used the propane grills. I had like a Brinkman. What drew me into Traeger was, first, the community is amazing. It's just such a great community of people. Just that extension of the barbecue community being awesome. And plus, being a teacher and being busy, and also have twins on the way.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right.
I'm a twin dad as well. Good stuff.
The pellet grill, it just provides, that much more ease and comfort. I can get that fired up when I get off work, and I know I'm going to get great results. I don't have to worry about that live fire too much. And so for me right now, it just fits my lifestyle perfectly. And
yeah,
family and friends are loving the food. So why stop?
Hey, hands down right there.
It is. And do you ever, convenience of put like a pork butt in before you go to school in the morning?
Oh.
Come home after school and it's done or being held for? You cook a lot like that, or do you?
I've done it a few times. Yeah,
Okay.
It's nice because, just put in the thermometer. I only work about a mile from school, so I can check the temperature, on the Traeger app or on the ThermoWorks app, and just kind of monitor it from there. And, it's nice. It's just,
that's cool.
Don't have to worry about the fire going out. I know it's gonna do its thing and hold that temp and be ready to eat when I get home.
Oh, absolutely. That's
And
fantastic.
that's where something like a pellet really comes in handy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people give them a bad rap. They call them easy bake ovens, this and that. I have as well. I've called them easy bake ovens. But I'm learning. I'm evolving, and I feel that every type of grill, every type of smoker does have its place.
Absolutely. And we hit on that earlier this year at the beginning of the year when we had David Bosker on.
Exactly.
American Royal and Jack.
He's all pellet.
On all pellets.
You get that guy Pellet Envy too.
Yep. Rob Gray.
Yeah, Rob Gray. Get the green gloves he uses and everything.
But yeah, it's definitely it has definitely taken the barbecue world and grilling world by storm for sure.
I think especially in the past 5 years or so.
Of
definitely. Past 5 or 6 years, especially.
You know, anybody who would normally be somewhat intimidated of, you know, the fire management and charcoal, you know.
It's not for everybody.
No, it's definitely not.
No.
But like you said, the ease and the convenience of it, you know, especially nowadays, you know, we're all go constantly. You know, believe me, I'd love to get out of work and fire up the grills all the time, and you know, it's just not enough.
It would
time.
actually work really well for you.
Oh, you're damn straight.
You would get so much more. This poor bastard works 6 days a week delivering mail, and he soaks up his smoking really just on Sundays.
Oh yeah,
His like meat. It's like meat Sundays for this guy and his family.
which ain't a bad thing.
It's not. It's a great. It's something to look
Talking
forward
like
to.
this is
No,
evil Adam.
no.
Adam, tell him he's wrong.
But I just
here.
want you to be able to smoke more goddamn meats. Now, imagine if you could throw a brisket on, and you leave at like 5 a.m. You come home 10 hours later, and there it is. You come home and you open up your Traeger, and it's like, oh, like gold, just sitting there waiting for you. That's pretty cool. Do you use a smoke tube or any additional smoking apparatuses in your chamber when you're cooking?
I don't use a smoke tube. I mean, I find, you know, the Traeger provides plenty of smoke. I mean, you know, there's always those arguments, you know, like, oh, this grill's better than this one and stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I just want people cooking. I want people out there cooking briskets. I want people trying to cook ribs. I want people cooking, you know, and whatever you cook on is whatever you cook on. You know, I'm not going to get into that whole argument. You know, I mean, I think, you know, a Traeger puts out a lot of great smoke flavor. And I mean, I'd put my brisket up against anyone, you know, stick burner, big green egg, you know, I put it up against anyone.
Do you have any other grills besides the pellets, besides your Traeger? Do you have any other pellets or any other, like a Weber, you know, kettle or anything else that you use?
I'm all pellet grills.
Oh, pellet. How many do you have?
I have 7, I think now.
That's it?
You know,
That's it.
And I'm assuming they're all Traeger?
How many do you have?
Or at least for the sake of this video, of this podcast.
many do you
they're
have?
Traeger.
Exactly. Hush.
Okay. You count the Blackstone?
No.
I have no Traegers, but I have like.
Exactly. So hush.
All right, I'm hushed.
Sheesh.
Wow, he is hushed.
He's so mad. He gets so angry.
I'm hungry.
I'm more surprised at how gentle
Are you
and quiet
hangry? Are you
are.
hangry? I would have brought you a friggin' couple
no.
wings from across the street. Anyway, these chicken lollipop wings look phenomenal.
Speaking of
I
those,
can't. Let's talk about it.
let's talk about what.
There's so much
It
in
is.
here. There's so much in here,
yeah.
Adam.
Have
Oh
you
my
guys-
God.
Chrissy, if you can throw that up.
Yeah, for those that watch.
Smoked.
We're going to talk about Adam's new book,
Smoked oysters are in here.
Weeknight Smoking on Your Traeger and Other Pellet Grills.
Look at that cover. Like anyone watching, if you're not watching, too bad for
Dude.
you. You're not drooling,
That's
but
it.
that
We got
cover.
sliced chicken breast, wings, legs, the whole 9. Beautiful colors, everything. Look at the moisture on the board. Fantastic.
Dude,
Drooling.
I want smoked oysters right now.
So, Adam,
Beautiful.
Come on.
how did the book come about? You know, did you approach somebody? Did someone approach you? How long was the process of getting everything together? You know, let's get down to the brass tacks about it, brother.
yeah. So I mean, even a couple of years ago when my page was getting big, people were asking me like, "Are you going to write a cookbook? Are you going to write a cookbook?" I was like, "No, I'm not going to write a cookbook. Like, why would I write a cookbook? I'm not a trained chef. I'm not, you know, I don't think of myself as like a culinary expert or anything, you know." And also with recipes, it's hard because there's only so many ways to cook a brisket, you know, and there's only so many ways to cook ribs and stuff. And so I was just like, you know, I have stuff that's unique and I've made stuff my own, but, you know, I didn't really think it was worthy of a book at the time. And then last April during COVID, Page Street Publishing reached out to me and they're like, "Hey, do you want to write a cookbook?" And at first I was like, well, maybe, you know, I guess I'll jump on a call and hear what you have to say. And they went through everything and it sounded great. You know, it's, you know, with COVID going on, there wasn't a whole lot to do. So it seemed like a pretty good time to do that. So my wife was a huge help and we used some of the recipes we had on the blog, some recipes, you know, that we've been working on and just kind of came up with 75 recipes that were our own and kind of our own spin and just things that we like. And At first, it was kind of more hot and fast cooking, getting, because people, when they start out, don't really want to spend 12 hours on a brisket. They
Agreed.
don't want to spend 6 hours on ribs. They want it quicker. They want that 3-hour brisket. They want the 4-hour pork shoulder. And then it slowly evolved into just weeknight smoking because why just smoke on a Saturday and Sunday? I mean, you can fire up a grill every day of the week. It doesn't always have to be a brisket. It doesn't always have to be ribs. You can cook awesome burgers. You can cook turkey breasts. You can cook Cornish game hens, oysters. There's so much fun stuff you can cook. So really just trying to expand the people and push people past, because what I find is a lot of people when they get a grill, it's just for 1 or 2 items, like when I started. And then you slowly find out you can cook so much more and just expand that love for people for cooking and get more people firing up their grill.
Oh, for sure. And, just start at the beginning here, going through some of them. We come right off the first of course, just because it's mag size.
You gotta yeah.
The ultimate barbecue cheeseburger. Fantastic with the.
By the way, the right style onion rings. Okay, not the shoestring bullshit that you get in some of these restaurants. You got those thick ass O-rings, which are super important.
Yep.
Super important.
Yeah.
I
Homemade.
don't like shoestring onions.
Homemade.
Oh, they call them onion strings.
Oh, yeah, onion strings.
Yeah.
Shoestrings, onion strings. 86 those things.
Yeah.
They suck.
Rings
But
or
this
nothing.
is the right. Those are the right ones right there. Mm-hmm. And then you got a Colorado style tri-tip. Now everyone knows tri-tips, California thing. How do you make it a Colorado? What's a Colorado style tri-tip? Explain that to me.
Well, when people think of tri-tip, they think of, first they think it's a cheap cut, which sadly it's not anymore.
Exactly.
I don't like that. And I always find it crazy too. People can't find tri-tip. I have friends in Chicago and North Carolina and Texas that cannot get tri-tip, which is a complete crock. And I think tri-tip should be everywhere in the U.S. because it's so amazing.
It is.
But people think of tri-tip being cooked Santa Maria style over the raising and lowering it, and you're just cooking it, and that you get that kind of that traditional kind of cook with it. Mm-hmm. So I kind of made it my own by doing more reverse sear with it. That's just that Colorado spin. Where it's not going to be over live fire. It's going to be a reverse sear to kind of get that perfect cook because it is that bigger cut. And you don't want to cook it hot and fast. I always hear that people are like, "Oh, I cooked a tri-tip hot and fast, and it wasn't very good." It's like,
yep.
Well, it's like if you cook a prime rib hot and fast, it's not going to turn out. So it's kind of the same with the tri-tip. So yeah, just putting in my own spin on it. Just that reverse sear. It's probably one of the cuts I cook the most. I just 225 until it hits 120. Sear 90 seconds aside and
pull it about 128, 130.
Yeah, right around there.
Right around there. Yeah. And obviously, a little secret of a lot of people forget is that grain changes about halfway up. You got to turn the steak the other way. Start cutting that from the side.
That's always key is cutting it. And
cutting against the grain.
And Instagram, if you post a video cutting tri-tip wrong, the
tri-tip community will let you know.
Wow.
I posted only probably a couple tri-tip videos, and one guy went out of his way to say, "Thank you for cutting it the correct way."
And don't forget the other guy who messaged you and tell you cut it wrong before you even cut it. He just knew you were going to screw it up.
Who did?
It's a joke.
Oh, I don't like your jokes today.
Oh, my God. Someone's on edge.
Yeah, one of my
went to the arts this week.
videos,
Leave me alone. Just getting my bearings back.
One of my earlier videos, I cut it wrong, and I didn't realize it until after I posted it. And of course, every other comment was like, "You cut it wrong, you cut," and it's like, I know. And then one of my friends, Derek, Over the Fire Cooking, reposted it, and I was like, "If you repost this, that's fine, but you're gonna get tons of comments." And again, the same thing happened.
Yeah.
Like, it's cut wrong. It's like, I know I cut it wrong. Okay, I know.
And you leave it up. You leave it up because you don't want to show. You got to show that hey, even I make mistakes. And that's okay. You got to. You just have to. Let me ask you this, because I haven't had a chance to run through your brisket. What is your preferred way to cook your brisket, wrapping wise? When do you wrap it? Different things like that.
So the one in the cookbook's kind of the hotter and faster brisket. So I do that when I'm definitely more crunched on time, and I just kind of want to get a brisket and don't want to spend a lot of time doing it. I usually cook a brisket quicker than most people. I like to start at 225.
Okay.
And then I wrap right around 165, 170 when that bark is set nice and firm. It's not rubbing off anymore. I like butcher paper. I'm just a huge fan of butcher paper. I think butcher paper is phenomenal. The cookbook actually has a new method, which is butcher paper and foil.
You're doing
I saw that.
The boating method?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just like butcher paper, and then I bump that temp up to 275. And I find even my traditional brisket cooks, I'm only right around 10 to 12 hours. It's that first part is really key, getting the smoke flavor, but it's such a big piece of meat. I mean, 275 to 325 near the end, it's not going to change too much.
No.
It's still going to be moist. It's still going to be delicious.
I agree.
Nothing wrong with cooking a brisket at 180, but I tell people, I'm like, if you really want to cook a brisket 16, 17 hours, you can, but
No, thank you.
You can eat sooner.
Yep.
I've never cooked a brisket longer than 12 hours personally. And I cook, 12 at once sometimes for my catering jobs, at least.
Yeah, and then I think the other thing that's important too is that size. It's just kind of like with turkey. Like if you get an 18-pound turkey, it's really big, but you don't really get much more out of it. Like it's just same kind of with brisket, like a 12 to 13-pound brisket's kind of that perfect size. It's great. If you need bigger, cook 2 briskets. Like when you start getting into the 19, 20-pound briskets, they're fun to cook, but I just think that 12 to 13-pound range is kind of that perfect brisket.
It's kind of like lobster for us. A lot of lobster going around here, right? People like those 1-pound lobsters, right? Billy in the audience? They like those smaller ones because they're more sweeter. We got Billy the caterer in the audience right now. And I agree, though. You do a lot of lobsters, right? So people would prefer a 1 to 1.5 pound lobster versus a big 3-pounder because the meat is more tender and it's more sweeter. Kind of maybe something to that with the brisket rather than cooking a 20-pound. I mean, Franklin, all his briskets, I think, are 10 to 12 pounds after they're cooked, something like that. Maybe even smaller, from what I hear. Have you been there, by the way?
I have, and I've met Aaron Franklin. Yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal. His barbecue is
legit.
Amazing. I mean, like when you start getting into the Austin barbecue, I mean, you're really nitpicking. I mean, over small details. All that barbecue is like off the chains. I mean, it's so amazing. I think personally, Snow's is the best barbecue.
That's what they say. And she uses select briskets and wraps in foil. It's like, phew, like how? I've wrapped my briskets in foil, and I hate the way they come out. I've even tightly wrapped them so you preserve the bark. I always get a pot roasty taste from wrapped briskets. Maybe it's because it's prime and it's the fat is, or maybe the select is better when you're wrapping in foil. I don't know, but I need to go try it. That's for 100% sure. We need to go try that.
Okay.
No?
I just said okay. What the hell do you want from me, blood?
What is happening?
Come here. Give me this. Give me your finger.
Go ahead.
Come here.
Don't.
You gotta do it. I'm not. Please, I got 9 more.
That might fit in there too.
That's
Anyway,
it. I'm having snacks here before you guys get here every week.
Back
I'm
to
gonna
the
feed you
book.
both.
Sorry. I love tangents.
Yeah, I understand. We say brisket.
I'm like that.
I'm
I'm like that student you have in class with ADD. Brisket ADD.
Power of the brisket.
So here, this might be my ticket to a Traeger. Here, hold on.
All right. Mrs. Maggs is watching.
Breakfast for dinner Traeger casserole. Ooh. Come on now, Adam.
What?
You're hitting right in the wheelhouse here.
Breakfast is perfect for any time in the day, especially for dinner. It's just magical.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree. I can wrap my head around that.
For sure.
But what I'm looking at right now is the bourbon chocolate pecan pie. I say pecan. I don't know if you say
you're running
pecan.
back. You're running right to the end.
It's just because I love dessert, like smoked desserts. I love desserts, but smoked. Did you take a bite out of that? What page? What is that?
It looks so good.
Looks like you actually bit a. He's eating the book, Adam. Look.
I'm not eating the book.
He's
That's
eating
a paper
the damn,
to mark my spots here.
What?
Now put it back before I get confused.
He's eating the book. He's eating pages out of the goddamn book. This guy. I can't even.
Told you we should have fed him.
You should have brought a fucking Twinkie for the guy. Jesus Christ.
The pecan pie.
So
Back
delicious.
on track here.
I want to know about that. Did you come up with that? Did your wife come up with that? Did you see it somewhere? Bourbon, chocolate, pecan pie sounds delicious.
Yes, it does.
We saw a couple recipes and just kind of tweaked it for the grill, kind of giving it that grill touch with the pecans before you put them in the pie and stuff, and just giving it that nice touch. Again, it's just another thing people don't think about, cooking on their grill. They're like, they just think of it, for the main course, but don't really think of it for those desserts. And, no need to turn on the oven. I always joke with my wife that our next house is not going to have an oven, but just a Traeger inside and a big industrial vent.
Big hood.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
actually a really
just
good
again,
idea.
just taking those ideas and putting them out, on the grill, and because you can use your grill for everything. Why bother going inside?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Agree with that.
Now, there's one here that I've never heard of, or it could be, under a different name from the East Coast stuff. Can you tell me what the heck is a Dutch baby?
So that's that delicious pancake. So you basically make like a pancake batter, and then you put it in like a Dutch oven, and you basically pour the batter in and you bake it for a little bit longer, and you get this really nice, fluffy, delicious, sweet pancake. Some people do savory, but there's some breakfast places that use it give you warm apples with it, and butter and powdered sugar.
Yep.
Gonna give this guy a stroke over here in a second.
Sold.
No,
I know, it's delicious.
in New England, we have a breakfast chain called Bickford's. And they have what is called the Big Apple. And that's, now I'm back on track now. Yes. I got it. Yeah, because I didn't know if it was more of like a popover type thing, or, like I said, I just never heard the term Dutch baby, so that caught my attention.
That'll stick in your head. The Dutch baby. I wonder if Dutch knows ever heard of that one himself.
He'll answer in a minute.
Dutch.
So, Adam, is there one? You got the chuck roast burnt ends, which is a underrated cook, I must say.
Chuck roast is underrated cut of meat, period.
You know what
I mean?
Especially with the burnt ends, they're beautiful. Is there a particular recipe in this book that just stands out as, your baby, so to speak?
Beef ribs.
Beef ribs are definitely up there. I think also the tacos. I've gotten really big in doing just a lot of tacos.
Yeah.
And really, just tacos are so fun because you can do so many flavors with them. There's so many possibilities. We always have leftovers that can be used for tacos. And you can go Korean flavor, you can go traditional, you can go Greek, you can go American style. There's just the world of possibility with tacos. So I just think, the taco recipe, the Chicatinga tacos, it just stands out. It's not too complicated, but it's something that'll definitely keep family and friends coming back.
Oh, for sure.
I think I saw a Baja fish taco in here somewhere too. Is that correct? Did I see that?
Yeah, so you're just using heating up the oil on the grill and frying on the grill. So works out great. You get some great fish tacos and stuff. Colorado and fish, it's a little hard to get.
That's one thing we don't have a problem with here in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Most fish I get is sourced from the Northeast, which is funny enough. But
yeah, right. You got baking candy in here,
There you go, Baja fish taco.
There's the Baja fish tacos.
Absolutely gorgeous.
They got baking candy, or candied bacon, essentially. Strips of bacon, not like pork belly, not cut into burnt ends or anything like that. So you got so you make your own fresh bacon, I take it?
I usually just buy the bacon. I've made it a few times, but I usually just buy it.
Uh-oh.
You do what?
I know how to make it though. I know how to make it.
All right, just checking. Never doubted you for a minute, Adam.
It's just easier to buy it.
Well, there's some really, that Carl Sausage House near us. They make some, and Peabody makes, it's got some really thick cut bacon. So you can buy phenomenal bacon. You got to go to, I think, specialty butchers and get the good stuff, not just the Smithfield in the, supermarket or whatever.
If you try Snake River bacon, you'll be a convert real fast. They got that bacon game dialed in.
Snake River bacon on my checklist. Starting now.
There you go.
I love it.
And Adam, one of the recipe / section of the cookbook I personally would like to thank you for is the compound butter section and the picture that goes with it. Because you got the pictures of all the different mixtures, the Thai, the Parmesan herb, maple cinnamon, that sounds like a party right there.
Oh.
Double smoke, chipotle citrus, the spicy Bloody Mary. Come on.
Dude, stop.
Obviously, the compound butter is a big part of your cooking.
Yeah, I mean, everything is better with butter. I mean, butter doesn't make anything worse. It makes everything better.
really
I
does.
mean, if you have an amazing steak and then you do a little butter basting or you let that butter just melt over it, you're just going to take that steak or even fish, just up a whole nother level.
Double smoked butter?
Double smoked butter, yeah.
Cut the shit. You serious?
It's all right here.
I missed that whole page.
I didn't.
Dude, that Thai butter looks like a slice of like chorizo or something. Look at that thing.
It's beautiful.
Oh my God. Do you cook with beef tallow at all?
A little bit, not too much, but
Okay.
I've done some stuff in it. I've cooked a few fillets and some tallow and stuff, and it's definitely fun. I actually I did a turkey a couple Thanksgivings ago. I put duck fat. No, it's not beef tallow, but similar.
Still,
I
it's amazing.
I coated it in duck fat, and then I rubbed it down.
Oh yeah. Oh man. That tallow though, what I like about it is like reheating like brisket or beef cheeks or anything like that. I slice it and you cook it up in the frying pan and just heat it up nice with some beef tallow instead of butter. It just brings that beef flavor and moisture right back into any slice of brisket.
Well, that's when McDonald's had the best French fries, is when they cooked them in beef fat.
Yep.
Oh,
Fact.
Yeah,
I
is
remember
that
that.
what
I
happened?
forgot about that.
Yeah. It all went downhill from there.
Well, they're still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
McDonald's does have the best fries
Oh, yeah.
out of all the chains. Just saying. Dude, this book is amazing.
Yeah, then, the whole section here with the sauces, barbecue sauces, kitchen sink barbecue sauce. And what also, another point, I'm sorry. On each recipe to the left, you have the cooking time, your yield, the particular type of pellet suggestion.
Ah, yes.
And then, a technique. Like, I just happen to be on the cast iron scalloped potatoes. And, outdoor oven, page 21. So you have the reference to go back to 21, and it gives that technique. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which is great. A great reference. And the ingredients list right there, the equipment that you need. One stop right there in the recipe, which is beautiful. Because just
Some books
go
are hard
by.
to reference
Some
back.
are.
You lose your place, and I'm not the best reader myself. I like videos, so an easy, user-friendly book for me is right up my alley.
Oh, absolutely. The kitchen sink barbecue sauce. I'm definitely giving that one a whirl. That's awesome. I love all the sauces, but you got to have an Alabama white, the Asian style, which is killer.
Look at that. Just look at that.
The lobster.
The
I'm sorry, but
I know. I just love it
Yeah.
because you do the lobster on the grill grates. Is that what that is?
Yeah, those were on the grill grates. Yeah, so I split the tail and then I pulled the
Chrissy.
meat out, put it on top,
Zoom in on that.
Oh,
pour butter
Zoom
over
in
it,
on
and
this,
then
Chrissy.
put it on the grill at like 425 until it hits about 130 and call it good. I know some
Yeah,
people
always gotta
take it to
test
about
it.
145, but I don't.
move the.
Look at that. Just look at that. How delicious
Yeah.
that looks.
See if we can get it even tighter.
Get in
Let's
there,
really
Chrissy,
get in
will ya?
there.
That is
Oh
like
my goodness.
I can't. I'm just like I want to go pick up a lobster and do that right now.
Lobster is from a New England company, Lobster Anywhere. They're an amazing company, and they ship like overnight all across the
Those,
U.S.
I think they're out of Gloucester, right? Those guys are
I think
out
so,
of Gloucester.
yeah.
yeah.
I think they're out of Gloucester. Yeah.
They're seafood
Which is
phenomenal.
20 minutes from where I live, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. I go pick them right up. You know what I'm saying, Adam? Just pick them right up in the back of the SUV. Can I help you?
You need a better connection. I just go right to the docks and
go right to
this
the
one
pier.
and go, hey, what do you got?
Well, I know a lobster fisherman. Why don't I just go on the damn boat and get it myself?
This is what I'm saying.
I know 3 lobster fishermen. Oh, I lied. Maybe just 2.
His fish is getting this big.
I know.
This big.
Next week he knows 6 fishermen.
Oh,
All right.
Next week he caught a great white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I had one on the hook once.
Oh, God. Adam, the pain is real on my end, brother. I tell you.
Mike C wants to know. Shut up. Mike C wants to know, how long did it take to photograph the book?
So with the book, they Page Street sent out Ken Goodman, who was actually on a barbecue team, and he lives in New York. He's a trained chef, and now he does food photography and he does events too. And they sent him out, and I mean, it was just awesome experience to have him photograph it. I mean, I probably could have taken the pictures, but we wanted kind of a different view on our food. We wanted it to kind of look a little bit different from the Instagram page and just kind of have a different spin to it. So Ken spent a week with us. He came out Monday. We cooked every dish Monday through Saturday. We did sun up to sundown, cooked every dish in the book and a few extras. And he took pictures of everything, and it was just phenomenal and just super cool to watch him work his magic. You know, you mentioned the cover. I mean, I know how hard it is to cut up a chicken perfectly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, he did that with his eyes closed, basically in like 2 seconds, like perfectly like butcher the chicken. It was like,
He did it?
Wow.
No, your photographer did it?
yeah.
That's badass.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and it was so cool to watch because it was just like such an amazing talent. I mean, I've cut up a lot of chicken and I never can get it perfect like that. And
Right.
It
Oh,
was
that's
just
cool.
a great experience to watch him work his magic and just capture the food and you know what he was looking for and stuff. And he knows barbecue, which is great. So you're just able to really know what parts of the cook to get, what parts of the cook not to get, and what's important.
Nice.
That's
nice.
amazing. Go ahead, John.
And if I'm not mistaken, the book came out last week, the 11th?
It did. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Last Tuesday.
Now, where can everyone get the book? You know, the usual Barnes and Nobles and all that stuff? or-
Amazon. Where do we go?
Barnes and Noble should have it. Amazon, Target, all the big places should have it. Amazon, of course, is kind of the easiest. Some small local bookstores are carrying it, so you know, definitely, if you can, you know, you don't see it there, definitely ask your small local bookstore to get some copies and carry it. There's some barbecue stores carrying it. Some Ace Hardwares are going to start carrying it, which is nice.
Will there be an audiobook available?
Audiobook.
I'm just saying. I love audiobooks. You don't
There's
get
not
the
audiobook
you don't get the
yet.
pictures,
I don't know who
obviously.
I would have do the audiobook.
You do it.
If I may, there's also a link. I've dropped in a link, as usual, in our description to Adam's website, which also he has on there the links to everywhere you can get the cookbook as well,
Awesome.
and also check out his site too. And
Thank you, Chrissy.
lots of cool stuff there.
Chrissy's great, isn't
I was
she?
doing my research today. I may have gone on the website and had a look around.
Chrissy's
what
a
I
wicked.
do.
Chrissy is a wicked creeper. Just in case you
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know.
big time.
That's her part of her job, though. So thanks, Chrissy.
that's what I
Actually,
do.
that's not really part of her job. She just does it because she's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Love you, Chrissy.
pretty much. Aww.
Adam, thank you so much, brother. Social media, where can everyone find you?
Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. This you can queue, and you know, I'm just always posting more stuff, and I just love to see what people are cooking and always try and respond to people. So if people have questions, they can always shoot me a DM, and happy to help people out.
Amazing.
Awesome. But Adam, thank you so much for taking the time. We were whenever Charlotte emailed me and you of the couple guys with the books coming this year, and we saw you on it. Oh, it was like perfect. Oh my God, Greg's gonna lose his mind.
I was very happy. You know, I'm a fan. I'm
for sure.
I'm a fan, dude. All right.
It means
So
a ton. It means a
I
ton.
was
But, yeah.
very excited, dude. Very
But
excited.
guys and girls, if you're interested, get your copy. This is incredible book.
Boom.
Lots of nice, easy, but delicious recipes for you.
You don't need a Traeger or a
You
pellet.
don't have, you don't.
You can
need-
do it on
on
anything you want.
But you know the flavor combinations, the ideas.
Yep.
and fantastic. Definitely a winner.
A lot of outside the box thinking on in this book, which I really like.
For sure. But Adam, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Best of luck. This is definitely going to be a a successful book for you, and we can't wait for the next one.
Sounds good. There might be another one. We'll see.
All right,
Awesome.
all right. Hang in there 1 second while we close this out. We'll jump right back with you. Awesome.
Wow.
Fantastic.
That's amazing. I'm a little starstruck. I'm happy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you said, we've been following, individually and collectively on the different pages,
Yep.
that, for a long time now.
Yeah.
So it was
Huge inspiration. If you don't know who he is, check him out on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, get Instagram just to check him out. It's going to be worth it. And he'll elevate your barbecue game between his IG account and the soft back right here.
for sure.
That's it, baby.
All right, brother.
What's going on next week?
Our brother Ian Hemming from CustomCuttingBoardsRS.com is joining us again.
Creator of the Brisket board.
The Brisket
or one of the
board.
brisket boards on the market.
And,
Freaking massive. It's like 3 feet
and he
long.
said he is shipping something tomorrow.
We're the first two to get the new prototypes
The prototypes of
Okay.
the new board that's coming out.
for a specific type of food that you eat very often, actually.
Yeah,
That's all we're going to say.
that's it. We're just going to leave that out there, leave it to the imaginations, but so you'll have to tune in next week to
Yes.
find out what kind of cutting board Ian is adding to the arsenal. So, well, that's it for this week, folks. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever podcasts are found. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. You have all our episodes right there at your fingertips. All our social medias you can find in the endless list below.
Down there.
It's pretty big.
Yeah. Questions and comments, please send them to Pit Life BBQ Podcast at gmail.com. And like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. You guys and girls are absolutely fantastic. We love yous all.
Absolutely. Thank
You
you
know-
so much for the continued support, watching us every week.
That's it. Two Guys Smoke Shop. Uncle Steve's Shake. Get you some.
Backline Fabrication.
Backline Smokers. Hell yeah.
And check out our awesome Facebook group, Pit Life BBQ, and the New England Pit Masters.
Dude, look at that spinach
Don't
pesto.
before you
Oh,
take another bite out of the
goddamn.
book. Until next week, keep the smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.